Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Monthly Measures here on Great Measures. My name is Richard. I'm very excited to get into what I've found this month and to show you some new releases that you might not have known about. This is actually going to be a three-parter. There ended up being 26 releases that I just couldn't do without putting on the list. So we are going to get right into it. It's going to go 9, 9, and 8. So just bear with me. They'll be coming out over the next few days. Make sure you tune into all three. Very exciting stuff. There were a lot of good releases. So up first, we've got a band called Centuries of Decay with an album called A Monument to Oblivion. This is progressive death metal from Canada. This was released independently on August the 1st. This album fuses various metal genres into a cohesive sonic journey. The record combines intricate chord progressions, relentless death metal riffs, touches of black metal's raw edge, and some crushing weight of doom, which creates an intense, evocative soundscape that's extremely captivating. This record is an hour long, and it demands focused listening to reveal its layered brilliance. But the effort is rewarded with one of the best releases of 2025, in my opinion. The band's strength lies in balancing intricate songwriting and heavy aggression with melodic flourishes that leave a very lasting impact. This one was stuck in my head for days and days and days after I listened to it for the first time. That is A Monument to Oblivion by Centuries of Decay. Next, we've got an EP called Tiles Whisper Dreams by a band called Carbomb. This is mathcore from New York. It was released on August the 1st. Not sure what label they're on or if they're even on a label, so forgive me for leaving that part out. It's a pretty short 13-minute EP. For those of you that aren't familiar with Carbomb, they're kind of a fusion between Meshuggah and Dillinger Escape Plan. This release blends raw aggression and technical finesse in a way that feels both unhinged and focused. Not much else I can say about that. Go check it out. Really, really cool 13-minute EP. That is Tiles Whisper Dreams by Carbomb. Up next, we've got an album called Ashes as Rain by a band called, I'm going to pronounce it Deja. I apologize if that's incorrect. This is actually the solo project of Olmo Lapani. This is black metal from Belgium. This one was released, I believe, he's signed to Naturmacht Productions, but I think this might have been released independently on August the 1st. Not sure. Don't sue me if that's incorrect. I apologize. This one has all the raw intensity of black metal and unexpected moments of catchiness and rhythm with some emotional lyrical themes. I was thoroughly impressed by the ability to create something familiar but refreshingly novel. This release solidified my appreciation for Deja's artistry, and I'm looking forward to the future of this project. It's really all I've got on that one. That is Ashes as Rain by Deja. I hope that's right. Déhà, I don't know. Up next, we've got an album called Nebulous Womb of Eternity by Thorn. This is another solo project by a gentleman named Brennan Westermeyer. This is Death Doom from Arizona. It was released through Transcending Obscurity on August the 8th. Songwriting here is really what stood out to me. Direct and aggressive, kind of immerses you without offering much in the way of relief. The pacing is deliberate, but allows for a deeper exploration of their intricate sound, which has a heavy and immersive feel to it. Very, very powerful vocals. This album showcases Thorn's evolution while maintaining his status as a standout in the genre. That is Nebulous Womb of Eternity by Thorn. Up next, we've got a band called Phosphorus with an album called Frail Grasp of Broken Hands. I'm going to call this one blackened post-metal. They're from Germany. Released independently on August the 15th. Songwriting is very confident and very layered. The band seems to have a deep understanding of tension, melody, and dynamic flow. The vocals are diverse and executed with conviction, ranging from piercing screams to pretty restrained melodies. This is a debut album, and it feels unusually refined for a debut album. Really technically sharp and emotionally resonated with me. When I stumbled on this release, I kind of felt like I was discovering something that was really special, and it deserves much more recognition than it's probably going to get. So go check that one out. That is Frail Grasp of Broken Hands by Phosphorus. Up next, we've got an album called Cruel Bomb by a band called Cruel Bomb. So it's a self-titled album. This is crossover thrash from Pennsylvania. I think they're actually from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Shout out Scranton and The Office. This one was released independently on August 15th. This is another debut from a band that sounds like seasoned veterans. They show a really clear command of pacing and chaos, tightening each track into compact bursts of violence and energy. The guitar solos are crafted with surgical ferocity, while breakdowns and groovy sections keep the momentum unpredictable and heavy. You can easily hear the classic thrash metal influence while also hearing similarities with newer acts like Power Trip. It's a debut that doesn't waste a second. Every track hits hard and nothing feels like filler on this album. Really, really cool album. That is self-titled album by Cruel Bomb. Up next, we've got an album called Savage New Times by Incite. This is thrash groove from Arizona. Released by Reigning Phoenix Music on August 15th. If you're not already familiar with this band, the vocalist for Incite is actually Richie Cavalera, who is the stepson of Max Cavalera. Clocking in at just over a half an hour, the album wastes zero time, launching straight into high-speed chaos. The band seamlessly blends traditional thrash with elements of groove and some industrial metal sprinkled in there, creating a sound that's both punishing and dynamic. The album has a healthy balance of heaviness with atmospheric elements. Incite's songwriting is tighter than ever, with each track hitting hard, fast, and with precision, all leading to the explosive closing track and the title track as well. This band refuses to let up. Big fan of them. Go check that one out. That is Savage New Times by Incite. Up next, we got an album. Forgive me for these pronunciations. The album's called Yetzer Hara by a band called Lotan. No idea. I apologize. I like the music. This is blackened death metal from Denmark. Released via Emancipation Productions on August the 15th. This album is full of dark, twisting melodies and searing lead guitar. Its ominous tone, built on minor chords and piercing leads, amplifies the ferocious vocals, creating an apocalyptic atmosphere. The production has an obvious priority on the vocals, ensuring they cut through the balance of guitar and drums. When I think of blackened death metal, I want to hear a solid balance of black metal mixed with the aggression of death metal, and this band pulls it off masterfully. If you crave a mix of relentless dissonance and high energy ferocity, this one is for you. Go check it out. That is Yetzer Hara by Lotan. I apologize. Cool band. Last but not least, for part one, we've got a band called Grand Cadaver releasing an EP called The Rot Beneath. This is death metal from Sweden, released by Majestic Mountain Productions on August 15th. It's a 4-track EP of very ferocious death metal, lots of aggression mixed with subtle, sharp-edged innovation in just 14 minutes. The opening track is Blood Red Banner. It explodes instantly with relentless energy, setting a breakneck pace that never falters. While it does have all the primal intensity of death metal, it weaves in clever melodic flourishes and dynamic shifts, showcasing the band's knack for balancing brute force with nuanced craftsmanship. This EP proves Grand Cadaver's mastery of their genre, and I'm hoping this is a hint towards a full-length release coming sooner than later. That is an EP called The Rot Beneath by Grand Cadaver. Thanks for watching. That was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. 9 more releases in part 2, 8 more releases in part 3. August was jam-packed with amazing releases. I'm also going to put these on Spotify. Go check them out. I'll include the link in the description. Have a wonderful day, everybody.